Blessings to everyone who will be on the live. Blessings to everyone who will be on the live. And for persons who will be watching on the playback, wake up on a nice self. YouTube send out the notification. Blessings to everybody who joined the live. As you enter the live stream, remember to like and share it so other persons can join us. It's been a minute since Mako Live, not true. But I am here. Then at the evening now, we talk about some stuff. Quick live, go through some things. And then flashback where you're going with, pick up yourself, Bless up everybody for joining as you enter the live stream. Just drop a like and share it so other persons can join us. You see me? Go have some discussions in the evening, yeah. Quick live. And then see how it goes from there. You see me? What I'm going with. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since my forward live. But me there here. And you know a whole heap of stuff are going in the space of dancehall. And that me really want to talk about. Get some person's feedback. You don't know we do the thing already. And then we can always move from there. You see me? Yeah, man. Someone talk about the Shaneil Muir issue as well as Lisa Hyper getting baptized. More I don't want to think about that as well. Plus other stuff out there we're going in a dancehall. Mrs. King a preview one new song. More I don't want to think about that if you not see it and all of that. Yeah. As you enter, I wait till the stream get like a warm. Yeah. As you enter, just drop a like and share it so other persons can join us. Killer Rob, where you're going with, big up yourself, like and share so other persons can join us. And we can start with a reasoning, you see me? We're not going with differently. No, sir. Flashback wagwan differently. The space of YouTube looks so dead. Wagwan out here. I not like that. I don't like that. Share out the live stream. I will see if we can get some persons in the house and we will talk now. Yeah. Dancehall, catchup, big up yourself. Bless up yourself. Thanks for joining. You don't know the thing, go. Yeah, man. I'm going to rock and come in. Let me share out the live here. See if we can get some people up in the place. Big up everybody for joining. Remember to like and share the stream so other persons can join us. A long time I not go live and I feel awkward, feels so weird. Like Data cricket boss. A long time I not see a cricket boss. Where you going with? Where were you? Big up yourself. Bless up yourself. You don't know the thing, go. Where you going with differently? The one and only cricket boss. I can't get used to the name Data Cricket, because I'm used to cricket boss, isn't me? But big up yourself still, bad bro. Thanks much for joining. You know the thing go. All right, so me I go kick it off and start with a reasoning, right? Anybody will want join me on the platform can click the link in the description and do so. Dexter Vendetta, big up yourself, bad bro. Cricket boss say all is well. I forgive thanks. You see it for real, man. Because Jano, sometimes me see something go on that space. Job data big up in a bad sis. Some things are going and you just have to give thanks say you live to see one next day because so many things are happening around us. It's not even funny. But not lie, it not funny. Whole heap of stuff are going. And you know, on from accidents to non-accidents to a bag of things. So we have to give God thanks when you know you wake and see you next day and can able for talk or whatever it is. You see me? Teka Hines, big up yourself. Flashbacks, Elisa, I baptism of foolishness, but to each its own. But why would you say it's foolishness though? You know, with Lisa Hype or Lisa Hyper or whatever her name is, I don't know the situation or the circumstances of how she got baptized. Me know say Michael Denton, big up yourself, big up I love rock, big up yourself. You know, me know say she had some issues like the night before her. So me never did even expect say, you know, oh one baptism I go come up as a result. Rick Storm, big up yourself. Yeah man, big up yourself, bro. You know? Because remember, you know, she went live like the night before and say somebody had tried kill her. And then the next day, it just pop up such a baptized. We not even know what happened to that person where did that try killer, if they never bother try killer or what. Me don't know. It's just weird. And then me don't know, you know, looking me see some persons that say a foolishness, baptism and all of that, but then to each his own and maybe baptism and them something them me feel say it's a personal decision and maybe whatever she's going through she feels say you know that route is the better route for her and God is the answer. Who am I to stand in the way and say a foolishness she a do? Obviously she make a decision and that's her decision, so we have to respect it, you know. But that are just my views still, you know. Other persons are gonna have other views or other, you know. I respect everybody's opinion. Just like give my thoughts on the whole thing. You see me? Jamaica attractions, no limit. Big up yourself, you know, bro. Where you going with? You know, a long time I not go live. So I say me I come live. If I even for half an hour, come talk with the people them here who are going in the streets. Because little most me not get to go live, but I promise say me I go live this Sunday. So I'm out here. You see me? So back to the Lisa Hyper thing now. You know, me no know. Everybody have them own different view on it. Me go through the media, go through some different vlogs, cause you know, person vlog about it, and everybody have mixed emotions. Some for it, some against it. Some are say when God a call, you know, you gotta have the people them like that. We say when God a call, you have to answer whatever, and to each its own. I hope it is the right decision for her. I'm going to wish her all the best. That is my point of view on the whole thing. You see me? As me say, if you feel compelled and want to join me on the panel, you can just click the link in the description and forward our whole reasoning. You see me? You must take big up yourself, bro.
You're not big up yourself, man, and big up yourself to the ones and ones and where I check in, you see.
Right, that's so where you going within the evening, yeah.
I'm there, I go on 1, 2, 3 still now. You know, in the go more time, we have to observe the social media construct still because all heap of things are going on at dancehall space still, so we have to go and observe or go
True.
and still see it.
Mm-hmm. For real, for real. All right, now a whole heap of something I see a go on in a dance hall for real. Negative, positive, you name it, it is there. Flashback say plus she is not in her right sense. What you mean by that flashback? I don't understand, you know. Jalov said me going with Mr. Vegas on this one. Me listening to him talk about it. All right. Imhotep, as it relates to Lisa Hyper and her baptism, you have nothing to say about it?
Yeah, man. Flashback, right? You know, other ones and ones who can observe human behavior and human psychology, they
Mm-hmm.
can understand that Lisa Hyper is not in the right frame of mind. So in the science of sociology or psychology or
Mm-hmm.
psychotherapy, they would say that she is not in the right mental state. You get what me I say, Nats? So,
Mm-hmm.
truth be told, based on what we have seen on social media, she is clearly not in the right mental state. We can all agree on that based on what we have seen on social media. So, at the end of the day, her getting baptized is not.
How do you decide when a person is in the correct mental state though when you're not a doctor? Just asking.
All
You
right,
know?
based on
Mm-hmm.
human psychology, Nats,
Mm-hmm.
human behavior is dictated and determined by the social norms. Okay, so
Yeah.
if we see a video where Lisa Hyper say, "Oh, you not go juke me," or "Me no want to juke me like want to give me that juke there for mad people," and the way she a go on, we know say she's not in the right
Something
state of
right.
mind. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we
Mm-hmm.
saw on Friday, I think on Friday, where she was posting that, oh, them a try kill her and whatever, whatever, and she a post the address and the name of the person and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So clearly she is not in the right frame of mind. The right
Mm-hmm.
frame of mind means that your actions are not in synchronicity with the basic norms
Yeah,
of
yeah.
sociology. You get what me I
Pick up
saying? That's
yourself, Stephen Lewis. Bless up. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. Big up Stephen Lewis, straight up one of the real warriors in the trenches still. But what me I saying that yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much your actions are validated based on the social construct in terms of your behavioral patterns. That's
Yeah.
how they
Yeah.
do it. That's how psychologists evaluate you based on behavioral patterns. You get what I'm saying? That's so
Yeah.
I think that it is fair to say that based on her behavioral patterns, it is considered abnormal in the field
Mm-hmm.
of psychology.
Okay.
It's not me I say it or you I say it or anybody else, but
So
based on our
my
actions.
right. So my question to that is, do you think that the fact that she decided to baptize, do you think that was the correct move or the answer to whatever issue she's going through?
No, it's
Um,
not. It's not
right.
because no, it's not. And why I'll say
Mhm.
this is that people who are going through emotional problems or psychological problems, it
Yeah.
requires therapy. Therapy is where you can go to the certified people or the people who are certified in the field of psychology and psychotherapy. So at the end of the day, getting baptized is more like you accepting guilt and saying that, oh, I'm a guilty person, I'm a sinner, I'm a backslider, and God I beat me or whatever, whatever. When you go to a therapist, you can
Mhm.
at least sit down with that person, explain to them, your mental space or your mental state of mind, and they
Mhm.
can recommend what they deem best because these are people who are trained and certified to evaluate you based on the mental conditioning. So her going to church does not change anything at all. She
All right,
has
we're
to.
gonna be the devil's advocate here. And I
Yes.
am for the church. Say that, right?
Yes.
Um, what if, remember, I know everybody have their different beliefs, right? What if her belief, she believe, with whatever faith she is a part of, that this can assist her mentally to reach the stage where she want to reach, and that is how she go channel her thing. Who are who are we to say otherwise?
All right. So based on the law of psychology or psychoanalysis, We can look at the great Carl Jung. Enough ones and ones might not be aware of Carl Jung, but he was a great psychoanalysis. Human behavior nuts is when someone breaks down psychologically, it's called a disease. Mental illness is called a disease. It's
But
where
enough people, me see I go through stuff and would I go church and maybe it work for them. Who said it's not gonna work for her though?
Yeah, but not. The thing is this, right? When someone has a mental breakdown, unfortunately, in the Jamaican society, their solution is running to the church because they think within themselves that, oh, the church can solve their problem. But at the end of the day, it's a mental disease where it has to deal with the psychological breakdown of the individual. So it's a biological problem at the end of the day. Whenever we have mental breakdown, nuts, it has to deal with a biological problem. It means that based on our thinking, based on our mindset, we have reached a breaking point where we have seen that, oh, we cannot go any further. So it has to do with our mental capacity to handle, challenging situations. So at the end of the day, I am not against anyone going to church, but at the end of the day, it's a mental problem that needs to be addressed because at the end of the day, it has to deal with your physiology in terms of your mental capacity to handle stress and depression, because stress and depression is what leads to a mental breakdown. It's not our belief system that we can believe whatever we want to. It does not change our ability to manage the stress and depression that we are going through.
Mr. Baxter Vendetta in a comment section, I said, leave Lisa alone, leave everything to God. Leave Lisa business, bro. Don't judge.
Yeah, well, we're not here to judge. And listen, me, people can say leave this to God or leave it to whatever. But at the end of the day, mental health is a serious problem and it's an elephant in the room, especially in the Jamaican social space, that a lot of people are afraid to acknowledge and seek therapy. In certain first world countries like America, let's say North America and Europe, people who are going through these phases, they seek therapy and they seek counseling, not going to church and someone saying that, oh, it's a demon that's affecting you or I gotta teach you a lesson, does not change the situation that the person is going through because they do not understand the psychological problems that the person is going through. Stress and depression is what leads to a psychological breakdown. It's a scientific thing. It's not a religious thing or a belief thing. Unfortunately, we have put aside the scientific aspect of the reason for a psychological breakdown and we have taken the religious route and said God can fix it. But at the end of the day, they have to apply faith to say God can fix it, while the scientific problem is still going to remain where it relates to their depression and stress because it's a physiological problem. Stress triggers the neurological faculties in the brain. The brain has 7 circuits, and whenever we are stressed out and depressed, it's going to trigger those neurological faculties. Not. So we're talking about biology. We're not talking about
Yeah.
a belief system. Unfortunately, we have used religion sometimes to try to fix our problems, but at the end of the day, yes, we can be religious and whatever, but the psychological issues will remain because at the end of the day, stress and depression is real and it affects us all. It just depends on how we handle it.
Baxter, no Baxter, Tony Anthony, big up yourself. Him said these pastors need to stop lie. The church don't cure mental illness and God do not work in confusion.
And I totally agree with Tony because, unfortunately, not. Let me tell you this. We can go back to time immemorial when the church was misleading the people. And, well, give thanks, science is here to prove that mental illness is a disease And anything that's considered a disease, it has to deal with, especially when you talk about mental illness, it has to deal with stress and depression. Stress and
Mhm.
depression are contributing factors of our states of mind. We can be sad. When we are very sad, it triggers the neurological faculties within our brain. And as a result of that, just like how we might,
Big up
when we are
yourself,
happy,
Natalie Smith. Bless up, sis.
yeah, not just like how when we are happy, we release dopamine. It's called a happy hormone, right? And dopamine
Mhm.
triggers the body where it heals the body because we are happy. Whenever we are sad, the body releases adrenaline from the adrenal glands. Unfortunately, not a lot of people do not understand the anatomy and physiology of their body. They do not understand that there is an adrenal gland. Whenever they are sad and stressed out and depressed, the adrenal gland releases adrenaline. And whenever they are happy and jovial, the body releases dopamine. These are chemicals that the body releases. The brain releases these chemicals based on our state of mind. Now,
Mhm.
I am not against anyone going to church. Like, people are free to choose whatever way they want, but understand your anatomy and physiology, because you can go to church all you want. If you are still in a state of stress and depression, your brain is going to release adrenaline, which is a stress hormone. Don't take my word for it. Feel free to do your research. When you're
All right.
happy and jovial, yeah,
Donovan Marshall say that's our biggest problem. We as a race doesn't face our challenges. We depend on a beam in the sky to do that for us. Kim Welch say, I don't know why we buy into this thing about leave it to God when it is said that God help those who help themselves. Um Apostle James, big up yourself. Him say blessings up. Empress Fee, big up yourself. Good evening, my sis. Big up yourself. Big Papa for the super chat donation. Everybody have them difference in opinion. Dexter Vendetta. So same like how you have an opinion as to the topic at hand, other persons might beg to differ. So when me I try to say, even though I might not totally agree with Imhotep and on his point of view, that's his point of view, and I won't fight him on it. You see me? So Messiah say you can't listen this. If you can't listen, you just forward back when you can listen, and just so the thing go. Cash, big up yourself. Flavors World, big up yourself. Cutie Beauty, big up yourself.
yeah, Nance. I think
Yeah.
we have to suspend our ignorance and deal with science when it comes down to psychotherapy. When it comes down to psychotherapy, we have to deal with
Mm-hmm.
science. When it comes down to mental illness, we have to deal with science. It's not my feelings, it's not based on our religious beliefs. We are talking about the human anatomy and physiology. Whenever we are stressed out and depressed, whenever we are sad, whenever we think negatively, it affects our body, it affects our mental state of mind. It has nothing to do with my opinion, not your opinion. It has to do
Mm-hmm.
with the science of psychotherapy. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying, Nats?
yeah.
So at the end of the day, Nats, based on how we think, if we think positively, we are going to activate the happy hormones in our brain. If we are stressed out and we think negatively, we are going to trigger, the adrenaline in our brain. This is a scientific fact. This is not my opinion or your opinion.
Right.
So
So
at the end of the
basically
day, yeah,
you're saying that the church isn't the answer for Lisa Hype. That you say.
what I'm saying is that if she wants to go to church, that's her choice.
That's
But
fine.
at the end of
Fine,
the
right.
day, focus on the scientific methods that can address her mental problems. Because let me tell you this, nuts. Her going to
Mm-hmm.
church, the pastor might tell her, say, oh, there are demons affecting you, and God will beat you because he want you come to the church. And that's
Right.
misleading, nuts. Sometimes these pastors, they take their position based on the dogma and doctrines that they were taught in the theological seminaries or based on what they have learned. We are talking about the science of human psychology. You get what I'm saying? The
Right,
brain,
right.
the brain, nuts, the brain. If you're sad, nuts, and depressed and stressed out,
Yeah.
automatically it's going to trigger the brain.
And you go act differently because me, I've been through stressful periods before, right? And it my whole pattern change. Meaning me all right, I don't know how to deal with stress properly, and a lot of persons they themselves don't know how to handle stress either. So with me now, when me stress, me just eat and can't stop eat.
All right, let me
That's
tell you this,
just
nuts.
me. So like all
Yes,
my normal pattern of things what me normally do, like say me normally get up and spread up my bed and brush my teeth and bed, all of that change as a result of me being stressed, It's like me can't do certain things again. And then it comes back to what you're saying, the mental state is not
correct,
in a capacity to deal with
correct.
things normally. You
Correct,
understand?
correct. And let me tell you, nuts in the Western world, like in North America and Europe, whenever
Mm-hmm.
people are going through stress,
Yeah.
yeah, no one will recommend that they go to a church or to a pastor. They will
Right.
recommend that they go to a therapist who is certified to address the
Right. Big
problem.
up, big
You
up,
know,
big up yourself, Rick Stamp, for the super chat sticker. Big up yourself, bro. You
yeah,
can
man,
come.
big up Rick Stam. What I'm saying is nuts. You see,
Mm-hmm.
in first world countries like North America and Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever people are going through these phases, they are going to recommend therapy from
Mm-hmm.
a psychiatrist, nuts.
Right,
They
right.
will never tell you to go to a church because at the end of the day, it's all about a belief system because we can break it down, nuts. You can have faith from now till a
Mm-hmm.
morning. If you are stressed out and depressed, it's going to trigger,
Yeah, man.
the body and the brain
Officer guy, and
automatically.
as something where Muda say happen already to me myself, so I can talk. You know,
Word, word. So
once you see you reach that stage, the brother is like your whole body shut down and operate differently.
correct, Nat. You have some
Mhm.
people who are going through phases of depression and stress. They will sit in their houses and don't feel like go nowhere at all, Nats. Them not feel like even come out of the house and go nowhere at all. Them just want to stay inside and try to absorb what they are going through because it's a mental problem and a mental problem has nothing to do with your faith or your belief system. It has
Right.
nothing to do with that. What
All
I'm saying
right.
is that for
Um,
her, yes.
Apostle James said it's always been a cheat code, a means to escape reality. God and the devil get blamed for everything.
Yeah, based on the religious programming that we have gone through throughout the years, we have been trained and programmed. So whenever we have problems, take it to the Lord in prayer. But at the same time, our situation does trigger, our mental capacity to handle it. When we are stressed out and depressed, it triggers the body. It affects our mood. It affects our state of mind. So we can
Yeah.
say, take it to the Lord in prayer, or Jesus will deal with it. But at the end of the day, you still need, psychotherapy. You need to see a psychologist to speak to address the problem. And unfortunately, we have allowed religion, to superimpose those ideas upon us when in actuality, it is a physiological problem, nuts. Because
Yeah.
the brain, when we're happy, the brain is going to release those happy hormones called dopamine. Whenever we are stressed or depressed, the brain is going to release adrenaline or it's going to affect the adrenal glands. Unfortunately,
Right.
not most people do not understand their physiological makeup. So they will think that religion is the only solution to solve their problems when it does
Uh-huh.
not work in the Western world. In Jamaica, they will believe it, but in the Western world, go to anybody and say, well, I'm having a mental breakdown. They will never
Uh-huh.
send you to a church because they know that the church cannot assist you.
At all, man.
They will
Rick
send it, they refer
Storm,
you to a
where you going with, bad?
psychologist.
Where you going with, bad bro?
Me there, man. Me there listening,
Big up yourself, Rick, man.
Yeah,
Give
man.
thanks.
Well, now you hear me clear though.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
loud and
man,
clear.
clear, clear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Donovan Marshall said that's why you need professional help. No pastor can solve that for you. The only thing the pastor does is to steer you to heaven when you dies. What about when you are alive?
True, man.
But
Yeah,
I have a question for you. What you
Yeah.
think about the whole Lisa hype? No, turn our life over to God.
Well, if we ever talk the truth, I see thing where the same line of reasoning wanna depend at that would depend, because me see a video over one a vlogger where them a show where the reasoning about the whole thing is that, like, 100% mentally.
Yeah.
So
facts.
yeah, so that kind of show off the thing when me see this whole baptism thing, cause we feel like she should have deal with the thing on a doctor level
Facts.
before she even think
Right.
them. Against her getting her baptized and so forth. But
Facts.
you want
Right.
to know say you're 100 mentally when you think that, cause me would have see
When you make
Christian.
them decision there.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
yeah. That means say
understand
I'm
what
not
happened.
say, oh yeah, do that because you feel like say it can't rain. You just are baptized because you feel like say you want baptized. So me not go because you can't really change how a man believe and what a man believe in, or what a man,
Facts.
if a man
Facts.
choose to worship a tree, a stone or
Facts.
anything of him.
And that him a go do.
Yeah, but
Facts. Facts. Facts.
yeah.
All right. Minister Marian Hall,
Mm,
after Lisa Hype would have make her decision to baptize, made
yeah.
a post and she says, Sister Lisa is
Mm,
no more Lisa Hyper.
yeah.
This was what the devil was trying to stop when he had her do all my X-rated songs recently. Laugh out loud. In your face, devil. One more from dancehall to church hall. Sit down and watch God draw them out of darkness into his marvelous light. What do you have
Mhm.
to say about that?
Well,
Well, as me
go
say,
on, Rick. Go on, Rick. Go
no,
ahead. Go
me,
ahead.
as me not um well ladies, me see well ladies are I say still, but if it me that want to make sure me is not no doctor still, but as me say, me I work off a previous video where me see before that. Me that want to know say, yo, Lisa Hyper make a decision in a 100% clear state of mind. Just do it because you quote unquote head move at particular way and then next 2 months we she say, boy, I never that. You did want and Ray, you end up a bubble hill a search with thing they like Jamila and so forth. You see it, so me no go really burn out ladies what she has say, but me just want to know say, well, Lisa if I do her decision, she do it on a level where I head level, you
With
see
the
it.
conscious.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but not and Rick. Hear me, I say,
Yeah.
right? Real talk though, right?
Yeah.
We have never seen no devil at all, right? We are talking about human behavior. We are talking about causality, cause
Yeah.
and effect. Lisa Ipes' problem has to do with what? Cause and effect. It can be hereditary, which means that previous family members have been suffering from mental health issues and
True.
it has been transferred to her, but you
True.
cannot blame some unseen force for a person's mental health problem. It's a medical problem. Any doctor, any psychologist, any psychotherapist are going to diagnose her as having a medical problem. It's not a devil problem. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Lady Saw is totally ignorant to the science of the psychotherapy of human behavior. So I understand Lady Saw's position, but Lady Saw is totally ignorant to what mental health is, because at the end of the day, Rick and Nats, based on how we grew up, whenever we have problems, we blame the devil. Whenever things go good, yeah man, we give God thanks. It's
Yeah.
normal human behavior. But at the end of the day, if Lisa Hype is going through mental health problems, it's considered technically in the medical field a medical problem, which requires some form of medical assistance. You get what
All
I'm
right.
saying, family?
Yeah. Yeah.
Donovan Marshall said the devil is
Where
just
that's not.
the devil is just the negative
Hello?
thoughts of the mind. You not hear me?
Yeah, man, we are hearing that. We are hearing.
Yeah.
We are
Oh,
hearing,
it's
man.
so like written now, hear me. The devil is just the negative thoughts of the mind. The devil cannot exist without God. It's just good and evil. Tony Anthony said what Marian Hall said is madness.
And I am going to agree with Tony. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Minister Marian Hall does not understand human psychology. And that's the biggest problem. If we don't understand human psychology, we do not understand how the brain works and we do not understand how the mind works. You are what you think. That's the most important thing in the nuts. Nuts, let me tell you something, nuts. If you
Mhm.
think about positive things, automatically it's going to trigger the brain to produce dopamine, happy hormones. If you are stressed out and depressed, automatically the brain is going to produce adrenaline. That's a
But not
scientific
in
fact.
music. Oh,
It's a scientific fact, that it has nothing to do with my opinion or Rick's opinion or your opinion. We are talking
yeah.
about the science of the
True.
human anatomy. And that's how we're there right now. And at the end of the day, yes, we can try to tie in religion and our religious beliefs. And sometimes people going through phases and them say, oh, probably a God a beat me, or me need to find God or seek God. But at the end of the day, you have to look on the science of how the brain operates. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Big Papa. I don't know if you did want to say nothing. On that note, Donovan Marshall said, we humanize these conceptions when we have never seen them and have no proof of their existence.
Mhm. True, man. Most of them type of story are argumentative because we not really have no proof. One he say, she say. But as me say,
But
You hear it? Go ahead, family.
yo,
Not like,
yo, night.
Yeah, Big Papa.
yeah,
Big up
Big
yourself, brother.
Papa.
Yeah. But human,
when I
human,
hear me,
I don't know if that trained behavior
Me I
or
hear Eric.
no,
One
go
through
and
Big
talk, Big
Papa.
Papa.
I don't know if it's a train, but human have this thing in a them, inherent in a them where them everybody want to be affiliated with a deity system. And, somebody, something or somebody bigger than, or somebody to pray to, somebody to give thanks to. Human have that in a them. Some people call it God, Allah. The other people different names to different culture and different. Well,
True.
Lisa Hype, I think Lisa Hype is going through at the with
Your phone a break
she
up, Big Papa.
me say well Lisa Hype I got through at the information that she was taught, I just
True.
she has been we all have been taught from Jump Street say bad
True.
things represent the devil, bad and
True.
black things represent the devil, white
True.
and pretty things represent God. She's going through a dark time now in terms of whatever she has go through. So the devil. So the opposite are light and white, are dark, and so she had left the dark now to go to the light. In a fear mind, it'll work, or it can work,
Bless up to
because
everybody. We
we
are
have to
conversing at the
relearn all of this
Oh,
here.
sorry, Big Papa. Sorry for cut you. Go on. Finish where you're standing,
Me
man.
I
So what
say,
me I say?
in order for we get to a place where we can understand what we have got through, like where Imhotep explain. We can't
Mhm.
just drop it on people them way there, people have to relearn, retrain, able to pull things apart and put it back together, mentally, because
Mhm.
for years I saw them teach we, our grandmother was taught that way, our parents was taught that way, we were taught that way.
Mhm. Akeem reads, so while we may deny the existence of the devil knows that we exist.
Um, I don't agree with Akeem, and Akeem cannot prove his statement. It's just a personal opinion. You know,
I
when you
mean, I
talk about
want to go down into the whole thing of religion though,
yeah,
because
yeah,
me don't
yeah.
really
I
like
don't want to go
converse
there.
about
Yeah,
religion
yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody I don't want to rub anybody the wrong way with what them
Correct,
believe in and
correct,
them faith.
correct,
So
correct.
everybody have them own different belief. I mean, I want pounds on that. You see me?
Yeah, correct, Nuts. And to each their own. But let me tell you this, Nuts. When it comes on to these mental health issues, it's a medical condition. Any PhD, any doctor of psychology will tell you that Lisa Hype's position or situation is a medical condition. It's called a disease. It's called a dis-ease of the mind or a dis-ease of the brain. So we can put all the religious dogma aside, right? In a medical field, they are going to diagnose her as having a medical condition. Because
And
we can all agree, Nats, that what Lisa Hype is going through right now is a medical condition. Even when she are baptized, we see it recently. You understand me? I said, this is not a normal person or a person who is in a normal state of mind. This is a
but
medical,
he
psychological
never say
problem.
nothing as it relates to that though. Him only I say even though we may deny that the existence of the devil is there, the devil know that we exist. Him never said in relation to Lisa Hyper, even though that we are talking
Yeah,
about.
I
Him
know
go
Nats,
further to
but
say, hold
yes.
on. Him go further to say, I think that while Lisa Hyper may have a medical issue, it can also be a spiritual problem. And
Uh,
as me say,
yes.
everybody have them own different beliefs as it relates to um what you call it?
Where
Religion.
yeah, yeah,
I
and
can't go get
Nats.
too much in
Nats.
that, so
uh,
me I go kind of change the subject a bit.
Yeah, man, that's fine. That's fine.
Cause say I'm an atheist and God and the devil exist, but I would have to explain. Tony said Jamaica need community awareness. The churches need to but out of certain issues surrounding Jamaica. So as me say, when it come on to religion, so many people have so it diverse. Cause everybody I go believe say Adventists them go say at the right other day they have to worship while somebody else say a Sunday them worship and all of that. So we not going to the whole one of the words something for talk about politics and religion because it never ends. Elite TV, big up yourself, sis, where you going with.
Yeah,
So
yeah, Nats.
me
Um,
want all right.
yes.
Let me hear what you said before me finish.
Yeah, what I want to say before I, close out from this chapter is this, right? Unfortunately, whenever things go negative or south for us, we tend to blame some unforeseen entity. And whenever things go positive or good for us, we tend to, commend some unforeseen entity. And this has always been the case in Jamaica based on our religious belief system. In the
Yeah,
Western world, not in North America and Europe, whenever people are going through mental problems, they recommend you to a therapist. That's what they will do. It has nothing to do with religion because they understand how the brain works. A lot of people are going through stress. A lot of people are going through childhood trauma. You get what I'm saying? That a lot of us, we grew up in a rough environment and we go through childhood trauma, and it does affect our adult environment as well. So a therapist is what they will recommend to us, not a pastor, with all due respect.
all right. Kim Welch is saying that if any of you have had a conversation with Lisa, only then would you know what is what. Um, Donovan Marshall say we can't we can't even blame our people for these beliefs because we have been programmed by our slave masters. It's called mental slavery. Physical slavery is much easier to get rid of than mental slavery. Sean Smith said mental health is a real problem. And I can agree with you, Sean, because me know that for a fact. So you see, mental health is a disease and a lot of persons that walk with it and not even know say, them have a mental issue we need to look into. But as me say, Imhotep, I want branch off and talk about the Shaneil Muir and our ex-producer, um, topic for a bit. Me don't know if you want to start it off and tell me what you think about the whole issue, and then I can say my piece. Big Papa, anyone of you want to talk, can go ahead.
Big Papa, you want to go first or what?
You mute Big
No, no,
Papa.
go on, go on, go on, go
All
on.
right. What I have to
Mhm.
say about this is nuts. First thing first, we can all agree that Shaneil Muir issue with her manager, our previous manager, is not a social media issue. It cannot be solved and addressed on social media, right? Clearly, she's saying that there are some financial issues and some form of contractual issues with the manager. So, social media cannot address the problem. I would advise her to deal with it privately, with whether she want to get a lawyer or whether she want to deal it herself, but it's a matter that social media cannot fix. Now, I saw her last post where she put out a spreadsheet of the financial transactions in terms of the bookings and whatever. At the end of the day, her putting that out, social media or public opinion cannot address this matter. It's a matter for her to address with herself and this person and their attorneys. And I just want to say that because we can pick sides all we want in a court of public opinion. It does not change the fact that in order for her to come to some form of amicable resolution, it has to be, based on them, her and the man. If she want get lawyer and whatever, them can deal with it. But we in the social media space cannot fix the problem. And I think that she's a bit misguided in terms of her putting out confidential information and private information, because at the end of the day, she can say the man a lie and the man can say she a lie, but a court of public opinion cannot address the matter.
All right. When Mrs. Shaneil came out and she talked about what she going through with the law with the manager, and she was emotional and all of that, and me I say, all right, let me hear her out and hear what she have to say. And she would have explained, say, she want all our money and Ray and Tay, and a lot of us, we are on the outside, but we don't know much about the business. So most persons just a talk because of opinion and not really facts, if you get what I mean. So a man might say, yo, may agree with Shaneil because the woman wants all her money, but when you take a deep analysis of what she has said, it just never really adds up completely, because she says something about the money. What is the purpose of a manager though? You can explain that to me, Imhotep?
Well, some artists will actually employ a manager to handle, the bookings and those kind of aspects, in terms of, say, well, a manager can, a booking agent will book the show, and
Yeah.
a manager will manage or handle the logistics of the show. You get what I say? So, in other words, if an artist need dancers, the manager will handle the logistics in terms of transportation, accommodation, and whatever. Make sure say everything right. Make sure say everything set up properly, and the show is good to go for the artist. You get what I say? That's
Right,
that's the purpose of a manager,
right.
in terms
So,
of making sure say everything go right for the artist.
right. So basically, she has said, um, the manager take out his money after him would have confirm my bookings and then pay him 50% of the bookings. Cause they must get 50%, and then either the day before or on the day of the event, they would have get the complete money, so something like that.
Word.
So she has say after him get the 50%, him take out fee money out of it and then send her the rest. So and then she has say it now show proper documentation for her as it relates to tax. But then me I say, okay, so is it that he should collect the money send it to you and then you pay him back because it would have kind of defeat me just a look me just a think, you know, me I say kind of defeat the purpose though. And then how me know taxes go as it relates to the same tax what she talk about. Me know people when normally pay tax most of the time they not even want people know the exact amount of money transaction them a do so that persons not tax them heavy. So when me hear that part, that no, it kinda left me in one state where me not understand. I mean, I say maybe I'm me a the idiot, me don't know, but maybe I can better explain in my tape where me can understand clearly because I am saying that me not see the logistics, me not get it.
Well,
Boy,
Big Papa, go ahead, family. Let me hear what you
no,
say.
no, me,
Rick,
hey, may I
Yeah,
say,
Rick.
it start look away from Shaneil come out and start speak about this thing publicly. As he might have would have say, yo, I better, only that say, I better she just keep it privately and just deal with it, them and deal with it. Because, you know, everybody just like side with her in her first. Because you don't know the artist and manager, artist. A manager always a try to go around the thing. But when you're looking at it, you can't really understand where Shaneil say or what she had tried to prove. Because even last night, me see, she make a post with some documentation. And me not really think me understand what are the purpose of the post or what she has say or whatever, you know? So it just confusing. So me not know what you answer.
it
My
confusing
personal,
the truth. And then all right, what my next issue is now. Fine, you say your part, you give your side of the issue, you give your side of the story and you talk out, right? So persons would have listened to what you have to say in relation to what transpired with you and your ex-manager. News it, big up yourself, bad bro,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then now, when Mr. Vegas would have get somebody get the manager on him platform to explain his side.
Yeah.
Me realize say Shaneil assessor so like it's like nobody should have listened to that side. But then the thing is we can't just listen to one side there because it would
Exactly.
make sense. It would have defeat the whole purpose. It's like
Facts.
Rick do me
Facts.
something,
Facts.
I read Rick something, but Rick want tell Imhotep why he do me the something and me no want him
Facts.
tell him. So you know, me no
Facts.
know something not right about the whole thing. You see me? So she left me in the because when Missy she has said no, remember you know, if I one thing me can give to Mr. Vegas and that interview or whatever I did with the specific manager. Most of the time when the manager talk, he did
Yeah,
less
yeah.
talking. So not like him a try to insinuate, say, you
Facts.
know, nothing.
Facts.
The man
Facts.
come and the man will give his account. Now
Yeah.
Facts.
you are saying that what the man is saying is not true. But I'm saying, me not think you need to make a post on IG about this. Since as it is at the stage where both parties cannot agree amicably, bring it to the court and make the court
Facts.
decide. When you put out stuff on IG now, what difference does it make really?
Nothing.
Or will this solve anything? So that was
Nothing.
Yeah,
my
you know what
question.
it add up? Make she get more angry and angry because people not gonna
no,
agree. You
but
know?
me personally think, she talented and all of that. We can't take that from her. But it's when you not understand something, find somebody where me feel like she need a financial controller.
An
She
accountant.
need somebody. She need an accountant. If a
Facts.
dollar coming at the accounting,
Word.
somebody you can have the time to deal with it for yourself. Get
Facts.
somebody. We have the requisite knowledge where you give them a salary to deal with it because so, some of the time we miscalculate, we overshot something, we undershot something. If those things are documented when them come in, and the financial controller knows say when you get $10,000, that $2 out of it, Uncle Sam forget, so you put Uncle Sam little bit in our little part. So when it comes on to tax time now, you have that something you say, Sam, see something there. No,
Um.
no,
Yeah.
you're all over the place, sound like a chicken without head. For what?
Yeah.
You don't understand what you do, get somebody will understand it.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Big Papa. I agree with you 101%. Because at the end of the day, if you not understand it, it's gonna make you look away.
And the next thing to nuts, you have to tough to deal with social media, And as
Right.
with what Shaneil do, it gonna make she angry more and more and more because I know everybody are gonna agree with her, and she seems to give off an attitude like everybody will agree with me.
Agree
And
with
yeah,
her.
True,
Right.
true,
And that is
true,
another challenge we have.
true.
Because if there's a problem, if there's an issue, not everybody is going to it come like where we the topic where we just discussed about
yeah,
Lisa I. Imhotep has say one thing. I might not totally agree with Imhotep. Rick might not agree with me and Imhotep any at all. But
True,
does that give me the right to behave like say me know it all and I'm me
true.
alone peep the masses to listen
can
to?
be
No.
a
All right.
person sense I gonna know say yo, we not me not hop no wagon. So me want to me welcome to hear what the manager
Be-
have to say because and tell you me even going listening to the manager very biased because me
right.
scrutinize every word when you say no cause me I look for the
Yes.
shaky part tonight me say see yes the boy are wicked for true.
But
The
when
man
the
not
man
do
sat
that
down and the man explained, it gave you
see
so many different views about the situation because the man has said, listen, the reason why managers normally take their cut and then send whatever to the artist. You have some artists where we not show up and not show up.
exactly
Facts.
And all of them something that them have to cover the cost. Artists
exactly
might reach the airport late, them have to buy tickets and all of them something there. So it remember the man already worked for it, and the money come. So anything at all, or say there's an issue where him have to go send back a money. That is on him. And we must know, we must work out on a thing in our way where every transaction is noted.
All right, that's listen what I'm saying real quick, right? And the ones and
Yeah.
ones them can, I stand corrected. She and this man yeah, have an agreement, a verbal agreement, no written contract from December last year, according to him. You hear me? I say no,
Mhm.
no. The man I book the show them and whatever, right? And I take him 30%, whether the manager and booking fee all along. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Him a do the same thing. You understand me? I say? Him a
Yeah.
take fee, booking fee. Now, there is no booking agent that is going to book a show and send no 100% to no artist. Nowhere in the music industry. Not one bit. You understand me? I say? So if the
true.
agreement was the booking agent take them 10% and him as the manager, as per the verbal agreement, take him 20%, right? You should not be arguing against this because at the end of the day, if you want to terminate the arrangement, whatever the man book already, he should be paid for because he do the work already. You get what me I say? I think it's more of a case where Shaneil Muir needs to realize she has no contract with the man in terms of a legal binding agreement on paper. So if it's a case where she want cut ties and she feel like say, oh, he might deal with her away, deal with it privately because coming out on social media, whether we agree or not, it cannot fix the problem, Nats. It cannot fix it. Whether we disagree or we agree, it cannot be fixed on social media.
Not true, man. I simple things. So as me say, even when me see she a post this and a post that, come on, better you just do what you had one go through. You see, don't really because it just all make the thing look away. And as me say, as people where we out here every day and want to come tell people things, you can't run with the one side story, brother.
Yo, as
Facts.
it's seen at
You
the
have to run with
United
the right
States, you
thing.
see,
Mm.
you set up a business when in the process of setting up any business at the United States, you have to have one provision in there for them for Uncle Sam get fee. That depend every farm when you set up the LLC something. Your tax return something. So if music is a business to her, how she you know And this was me thinking it a come down to tax time now, and you start review your statement now, and you say A and add up to B, and but if she just need somebody with the requisite knowledge to check the
Uh,
books,
but
have the books in
that
them hand.
hear even Shaneil make a statement where Shaneil says she are her back to back and thing there, so she name want check up on her money. Me not make you understand that either.
Okay.
Because nowadays we in a digitally, right? Your money can just show up on your phone and your bank and right. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
Rick.
understand how if you had a 6-7 stage show, I don't know how my money go.
Rick, me not understand that either because I'm sure something. If a show is booked, you as the artist deserves the right to know how much you get paid for the show. You
Of
get me? I
course,
say
but
so if
but no one
$100,
standard amount for sure.
yes,
One standard
yes.
amount.
Yes, so
So
you so it means is either you drop the ball or you slack off. You understand me? I say, but as it relates to her even I say, oh, she asked for him to send all the money to her account for tax purposes, and to the ones on social media who might be ignorant of the American tax system, like if you are paying someone right 30%, you don't need that 30% to be reflected in your account because every dollar that comes to your account is taxable based on IRS laws.
Exactly. So
So
Uncle Sam, I forget fee.
why you go take
Uncle
up
Sam,
why you go
I
take up
forget
the
fee.
burden of 30% where you not get a dollar out of?
And then
facts,
and then you have to have transaction fee again to send it back.
facts,
You
facts.
see, so that not add up, you see. So me don't know. Me don't know if me don't know. Probably Shaneil want cut or something and she does.
Nothing wrong
Yeah,
with that. Nothing wrong with
but,
that, you know.
yeah, but
But social media can't
as
fix it, brother.
as me say, if you want to cut, me don't feel like everybody on social media go agree with where you are dealing.
Facts.
And I'm now going to sit down and make you done film reputation for fit your narrative. So I'm gonna go find a way how to get film voice heard and put film side heard
Yo,
over there.
I want
If
me
film
know. Me never know about tax like that till me reach America. You see? Uncle Sam,
Word.
he no care about your status, he no care your wife. If from you get Uncle Sam fame, from when the time come and Uncle Sam get fame little bit, you could have illegal, want to be legal, whatever. From your pay your taxes in a business with you.
that's all
Uncle
man.
no business with you.
CMS a big papa, and every dollar that goes into your account is taxable money, and that they need to know too. So if she want the 100%, and then now she gonna send
I'm
the
with that
30 to
too.
him in England, right? At the end of the day, right? She a go pay taxes on that 30%, brother. That
More
don't make no
taxes.
sense. She a go pay for money where she a give him. So it shows that she naive and whoever advise her or whoever in her ears, them not advise her properly. Them not advise her properly.
Another thing could have possible to unless there is something where them are talk about where happen where them not talk about publicly there is more to the thing then.
No, but
Cause
Well,
Rick,
well,
look at it
if
that
I
way.
this one me I hear publicly, it not really this could have just sort out and one tree.
But look
Shaneil
at it
say
that way.
yo, no have to
She
cut. You just cut and Ray and that and
she
that.
claim she claims
You
he
can't
tell it
come
from
out with the
earlier
whole
in
of
the
your
year.
business for Instagram and something with the whole of your business and Ray. Everybody know how much money you get and Ray.
word.
People out there not like and glad for people, brother. So as private as you can be, I better you do it.
Word.
So, yeah, if you feel like saying you're out here,
All right, Miss hold on there, Rick. This is somebody in the chat box named Shaneil Muir. The
Yeah, man.
person said, wow, and they said, this is so misunderstood. I wish you all knew the facts.
Makes you check in.
If
Check
you
in, man.
wish
Send her the
to
link, that.
call
Send her the
in,
link. Yeah, drop the link.
the
Makes you
link,
check in.
hold on, the link is pinned down below in the comment section. So if you wish to join and give us some clarity,
Correct.
then you may
yeah,
go ahead and do so.
Yeah,
We
man.
don't have an issue with that.
Correct.
Hold on. Kim Wells say it's possible to not know if you have been paid or if you're being scammed. I have a habit of not constantly checking my account. So yes, it's more than possible to not know. Take
but,
her eyes agreeing
but
with
here
him.
but here we go on Kim Welch. According to Shaneil, you know, she said the issue wasn't about she getting robbed, you know. You know? That's
Word.
the first thing that when me hear manager and that in my brain first, you know, say, yo, I wonder if this brother I rip off the woman money.
Word.
I mean, she said clearly say it's not that.
And Rick,
Yeah.
Nats. Kim Welsh, while I agree with
She
you,
said she's
social-
on a flight. Hold on. She said she on a flight listening to this. I'm just leaving Belize, and when I check the profile for true,
It's
it
Shaneil.
is actually her.
all right,
So
fine,
Let's
fine, and that's a good look. Best of yourself, Shaneil. Best of
big up
yourself,
yourself,
Shaneil. We
Shaneil.
want the best for you. What we are saying is this, right? Kim Welsh, even if the numbers not right, social media, court of public opinion cannot fix it. Shaneil Muir, you know, so we love you, right?
Yeah.
A court of social media public opinion cannot address the problem. That's all we are saying. We are not saying that you
She
are
say you
wrong.
can ask. She say you can ask the question and she'll type. So
Yes,
whatever question you have, you can put it to her. One at a time, though.
No, but what I want to ask her if there is more to this story than what was put out on social media. Because me feel like what me hear from she and what me hear from the manager, me not see the big deal in that where couldn't solve privately. So
Word.
if there is more,
Word.
I just want to know if there is more than what we hear from the.
All right. She said, I am not worried about no money. Please. That's not the issue. Transparency has always been my issue.
All right, but transparency would have mean that it would have been between you and the parties that you have a grievance with. So at the end of the day, if you think say Richie Flores,
Oh,
I'm
she
not
said
saying
there is more, you know.
yes. So pretty much he might. What I'm saying is that right. If you feel like say Richie Flores, I take say 15,000 a show, and I tell you say a 10,000, right? That's between you and him for him show you the documentation for show you whatever he might charge per show. So if you're talking about transparency, it would mean that you are insinuating that he is charging more than what he is saying that he's charging in addition to him taking the 30%. That's fine. Either way, Shaneil, social media is not the platform to address it because you need to have evidence to show, say what? He might take X and he might say Y.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the reality.
So but she has say, yo, there is more to the
To
story,
the story.
which if I know something where need for the part where can solve offline. Because honestly to God.
And what my take from all of this, all right, fine, there's more. Me no feel say social media are the right area to
Facts.
deal with it. Why?
Facts.
Because
Facts.
you are gonna have so many, and
Facts.
this might even ruin your mental status even more because
Facts.
people are gonna have all sorts of opinion, all sorts of
Facts.
things to say.
Facts.
So
Facts.
fine, there's
Facts.
more. If it
Facts.
cannot, if it is that it can't settle between both parties and on decide say here what, me I go take it through the legal
Legal
channel.
channels, word.
Fine. Me feel say it's best work on it. Go get on a lawyer, do whatever. She said I only made an outcry publicly because Richie disappeared after October 11th when my lawyer waited for a response from him and his lawyer.
All right, but all right, let me interject there. Shaneil, Nats, everybody, right? Shaneil, this is how law works, right? If your lawyer, right, Richie Flores, he has a minimum of 30 days to respond. No lawyer can write anyone any document and say they have to respond immediately. There is the minimum provision of 30 days to respond, Shaneil Muir. So I will empathize with you for not understanding the legal framework to say
No,
that your lawyer write him and him no respond. That's why you come forward. But at the end of the day, he has 30 days to respond. If you check your lawyer, him will tell you to, and your lawyer should have forwarded you a copy of whatever correspondences was written to Richie Flores to indicate that he has the right and the legal means to respond within a 30-day time period, Shaneil.
So.
She said, I tried to take it through the legal channels, but he disappeared and appeared in an interview with Mr. Vegas.
No, I don't agree with that because at the end of the day, if your lawyer right Richie Flores has the right to come forward and state his side of the story. If it's a legal matter, Shaneil, and to anyone on the panel and to anyone who is listening, Richie Flores is going to have 30 days to respond to your lawyer's
Hold on,
request.
Imhotep. Hold on, Imhotep. Shaneil is saying that he gave her 24 hours to respond to his cease and desist. Then my lawyer gave him a legal counsel to respond within 3 days.
A cease and desist can be given immediately.
No, but Imhotep, let me interject.
Yes.
I think if Shaneil have a lawyer, the lawyer must know him roles and function and responsibilities. So if there's no way the lawyer go tell somebody say whatever and him have whatever dates for respond without knowing that is authentic. Why would I do that?
All right, let me show you this. Nuts. You see a cease and desist?
Yeah.
Especially as it relates to a defamation of character or slandering. Yes, you can notify them immediately to cease and desist. Her lawyer, as it relates to this matter, right, should notify whatever party, say aka Richie Flores, to respond to the matter within 30 days. He's going to have 30 days legally to respond. A cease and desist can be submitted and notify the person immediately for a cease and desist. Her grows with Richie Flores, her lawyer can write him, but he has 30 days to respond according to the letter of the law.
All right, hold on. Kim Welch?
Yeah, I'm can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Let me hear what you have to say.
Yeah, man. Big up
No,
yourself, Kim.
regarding not taking one's personal or business relations to social media, I get that because me do business, I'm up on social media long before me do business. I'm gonna try to keep my things off the socials. However, there are persons out there. All right, we can all agree that our coping mechanism are different, right? A lot of people use social media as an outlet. Maybe I don't agree, maybe you don't agree. But I think it's unfair to say one shouldn't do that because someone might run to social and it may help them or prevent them from doing something that's much worse. So if that's how they can cope, I think it's unfair to tell someone, "Oh, don't do that." Because it's there to use.
Yeah, but Kim,
Mhm.
while I respect your position, sometimes your response or your actions on social media can result in you being liable as it relates to defamation of character. And that's the reason why you have to be calculated and be very measured in your response. Because at the end of the day, Kim, you have to evaluate, can social media address the problem? That's what we have to do.
Not usually it makes it worse. But at the end of the day, as I said, we all cope differently.
And when me would have say if you are gonna put your thing on social media, you have to just have that attitude of you know say yo, me not in business when nobody are gonna say after you know.
Facts.
Yes, and
facts.
The fact that me would have see Shaneil tag Mr. Vegas and I say Ray. We don't understand that either because the only thing Mr. Vegas so that do give the man a platform to give him side.
Facts.
And everybody would have want to hear because we hear Shaneil, we never hear Shaneil Muir no farm a bagger. And we just hear
never.
And say Ray. So we want to know how we really go on. Because and as me say, we go in even biased towards the whole
facts. Yeah, 100%.
If I did some other artists would have more skeptical and say, so them always in this and that. But
yeah,
Shaneil, see what I say? So everybody are going to hear the manager side, for hear, and then them assess it and say, right. So Shaneil would have to know that say, yo, when me come forward and say this, anything can happen, any card can play. No man now go sit down in a dark and just hear somebody say something about them and find a way to clap back whether a lie or true. And as she said, there is more to it. Me wouldn't advise her to go forward with this whole social media thing. No, it
She
work, but
said, unless I am able to join this live, my texting will be of no use. I am unable to give clarity.
that's that.
Well,
I
well,
really have it.
while
Yeah.
while we will respect her
Hold
sharing
on,
her
hold on there,
point.
Imhotep. Hold on there.
Yes.
May I think? May I think? Is it that Shaneil, whenever you reach your location, you want me to go back live where you can give your clarity or you can give me a timeline?
Yeah,
Because I am
that would be
willing
good.
to hold on, Imhotep. I am willing to open the platform to you to give your clarity. I don't have an issue with that. So
Yeah.
if it is that you want to give a timeline as to when, I can always go back live at that time and you can call in and give your clarity.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
at the
not.
end of the day,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah, big up.
not.
Go ahead, family. Go
Not.
ahead, family.
I love that Rachel mother move there, though. Continue, sis.
All right, what I'm saying is this, right? Shaneil Muir has made it clear to all of us that it's a legal matter. Can we agree on that? Let me hear yeah
Yeah,
or
yeah.
nay. All right. So if it's a legal matter, Shaneil, it means that whatever you present on social media will never change the status of the legal matter. Yes, social
Maybe
media,
she don't
public
really,
opinion.
but Imhotep, maybe she don't
Yeah.
really want to change the status of it. She just want reach out to persons in general. Maybe she just want to talk about it.
All right,
That's
I
all.
agree not. I agree not. But as it relates to the legal matter, how does that change the situation, though? That's what we are saying. I don't have a problem with her, because she have a social media following, and nothing wrong if she want to show her followers or her people say, here now, this reach me and whatever. No problem with that. But she said that it's a legal matter. She said that her attorney advised her not to speak about the matter publicly. She's the one that said that.
But at
Fine.
the end of the day, I would leave that for her to decide what
Yeah,
she wants to
fine,
do.
fine,
No, no,
fine.
but if she said that, and is pushing, let me leave it alone. Let me just
All
let
I'm saying,
Jimmy Fagan Music say, manager, don't own your business. She can demand to know every account of her earnings penny is spent. What she need is to get an accountant, because at the end of the day, government taxes matters.
The thing,
Shaneil Muir is saying, I just don't want what happened to me happen to anyone else. I don't care
and
about
the,
opinions because
the,
I know the truth.
the
and
thing,
I totally.
the
Go,
thing
go
is,
ahead, Rick.
Hold on. Stephen Lewis, she said she can't join the chat at this point because she's on a flight. But she didn't answer me as it relates to whether she want me to go back live when it is convenient for her, so we can have that discussion. So please leave it down below in the comment section so we know exactly how to trad as it relates to that. Kim Welch,
Yeah, I'm there.
you did finish talk, ma'am?
I think so,
How comes?
No, choose a try on some clothes and get fat. I want to know if it's true.
what may I say still, the most
Yeah.
important thing to me in the whole thing, what she said still, is that she's saying that there is more to it. You see what may I say? So
Yeah,
that my
yeah.
whole thing was my thing. Because me I say if I that
Not,
was
not,
there,
never jump off. Dear me, your arm there, your paper.
Big
All
up
right,
yourself, Kim. Yeah, man. Give
Okay, all
thanks.
right, that's all.
Yeah, man.
all right, mama.
yeah. As me I say, the fact that she said there is more to it, me just know say I say a thing go. Because me did I say based on what me, because obviously when Mr. Vegas do the live with the
The
manager,
brethren, yeah, Richie
yeah, them
Flores.
only speak on what Shaneil Muir did say.
All
It never,
right, she
Right.
said,
yeah, it never,
now Rick. She
yeah.
said, let's do that. Please inbox me regarding this discussion. I'm going to inbox you now, Shaneil. Continue talk and Rick. May I deal
Yeah,
with
man,
Go
that?
ahead, Rick.
yeah, me just see that say as it relates to what we hear publicly,
Right.
me just say yo, that never strong enough to give off that attitude for basically say yo, Shaneil Muir we even want to leave dancehall and you see. So me I say that when me a puzzle me from with you, me I say I can't just this. It have to be something more. But the thing is, Miss on Miss Vegas platform, the manager only speak on what the manager only speak on what Shaneil Muir say. He never add on not more on Ray. And during Shaneil Muir live, the live it cut short because she said she does speak some things and the
Right.
live for whatever reason the live cut short and she never go back live. So me did I
Right.
say I can't just this alone with here right there. So because
Right. Give me 1 second, Rick. Kim Welch, I placed the PayPal link in the comment section if you're listening. You can continue.
then the person in King Lad said this is not Shaneil Muir. Oh, you know that, brother?
No,
Yeah.
I know it's Shaneil. King
Brother,
Lad.
Don't pay
tell me
King
that
Lad. Don't pay King Lad no mind, Rick, man.
Hey,
Them
so
back
I
me
said,
a deal with this, you know.
I didn't have more on that. So just that me want to clarify. So now we
Yeah.
can understand, you see? So
Yeah,
I demand her to contact our business publicly. I tell we are what, but me just did want to know, say, it have to be more on that. Because if I did that would have just be a little thing we could have just higher know. You see?
And Rick, and you know, all of the ones in the panel, even Shaneil Moore can understand. Say, we all empathize with her, right? And we want her to address this matter the appropriate way because she says that it's a legal matter. You understand me? I say, and the fact that she says it's a legal matter, it means she has employed the services of an attorney to address this matter. You know, all we are saying is that whatever grows there is, you know, whatever she put up on social media, she's only going to get the responses that are empathetic towards her, but it does not change the status quo. That's all we are saying. So if it's a legal
And I am
matter,
saying to you though, Imhotep, if it, at the end of the day, that's her choice.
if
You
it's a legal,
understand?
yeah,
Thanks,
if it's
but
a legal matter, that's yes.
hold on, Imhotep. Kim Welch, big up yourself, sis. Yes, I got it. Thanks much, my dear. Shaneil Muir, I just hear me WhatsApp. I just send you a message on Instagram so you can respond there. Not
Yep.
at topics. You can continue now, Imhotep. Sorry about that.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that nothing is wrong because she has the right, she has the freedom of expression. Yes, Eric.
She is saying that the statements where she have put forward are factual and it can be supported, you know. So
Right.
therefore
That's fine.
drop in a PR thing.
That is fine, Rick, and she has the right of freedom of expression.
She said, hold on. Defamation is stating false information to defame someone's character. My statements are facts and can be supported. I'm not stupid. So as me say, Imhotep, the choice is not yours. It is hers. So if she make a decision, say this is the way forward for me, I will give her the platform to say whatever she wants.
And that's
me not think at this point in time, Shaneil Muir would have so stupid to come and make up
Exactly. Right.
and I totally agree with that. All me I say is that, right? What I'm saying is that nuts, right? Whatever is the issue, social media can't fix it. Can we agree on that though? Yes, she has the right.
Queerbird, hold on, Imhotep. Queerbird says she simply needs him to show proof of the information he's talking, which that not
going to happen.
going to happen. Business plus promoter become friends with artists and tell them things about the business. Me not really get totally what you say.
I guess certain things that demands clarity and whatever as the manager or so forth. Them that say yo, you know,
Sir Vegas.
Oh, I mean Vegas this.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up
I
yourself.
want to be big up yourself, brother.
Yes, I.
Mm.
Big up Sister Shaneil in the chat.
Yeah,
Word up.
Mm.
You can't go ahead, Mr. Vegas.
What I say is, you see, it's important for people who have a knowledge of the business to
Yeah.
speak on these issues. People who have experience and knowledge of the business to speak on these issues.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
And as I say, Shani said, I'm a public figure on social media has many other benefits than negativity. Yeah, but Shani, you have to understand, when you put something at the social space, people are going to speak on it, and all manner of man are
True.
going to speak on it. So you have to first understand that. You see, if we're too thin-skinned, we have to be very careful of putting stuff out there to the public.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah.
Because everybody are going to comment on it, and everybody are going to want to. All people who don't understand the business, they are going to want to speak
True,
as if
true.
they understand the
True.
business.
True.
So we have to expect that. I'm guilty of that as well. Sometimes we don't want people talk on whatever we put out there. Better we keep it to ourselves or keep it, private. We have to understand that, because it's just the era that we are in. People love to interact, via the social platforms, and that keeps some people, occupy some people, spare time. So you have to understand that. But it's very interesting that I see a lot of people talking on this situation, and they have no knowledge. They have no knowledge of the business. They have no knowledge of what goes on inside this industry. I see
True.
people talking about the manager taking 30%, because he's taking 20% for himself and 10% as a booking agent. That is basically standard in other industries. Some artists even paying more, 20% for a manager to manage you. This industry is standard. Some manager, you work it out with them and they maybe take a little less. But come on, a proper manager. Some managers want 25%, 30% with a booking agent. The booking agent. So if a manager, is having a booking agency and a management company, maybe you and him can work it out, and you can say, yo, you know what? You have a booking agent and you have a managing company. So what you can do, can we negotiate the split? But if you never negotiate the split, and you start work, and when you see the money them start coming out, it start look away, then it's gonna be problematic. You see what I say? But if you never did use the manager's booking agency, you'd still need a booking agent.
Yeah,
So
and
you'd
Subi.
still have to pay that 10% then.
Yeah, and Subi, sorry to interrupt still, but you see, based on the manager's fee, right? If
Right.
you as an artist, I get 10,000 a show, and me I charge 20%, that's reasonable. If you are charged, or if me I secure a show for you for 20,000, right? 15%, that can be negotiable and reasonable too. So it depends on the numbers where the artists are pulling for the show too,
Not
based
only
on the
that, but
percentage.
let me give you a better argument, a more plausible argument than Imhotep. Watch this now. Artist can start working you, Imhotep. And that artist is getting $5,000 a show, $6,000 a show, $4,000 a show.
Word.
The artist start working me and start get $20,000 a show, $15,000 a show. So maybe the artist that did work it out with you, and you could have worked it at 15% because I say, yo, no money not really come in and we build the thing. But when a man start get you, I start putting the work and start get a certain money, a man have to put in more work to, because he will go on now to manage artists in other area. It's more difficult than managing artists back in the era back in the days when our managers, all them do, call some booking agent, get some shows, send out maybe 2 songs to the radio station if them do that. I get the 2 look right up in the paper. That
True.
was management in Jamaica, I carry go studio go record,
True.
And most of the times, we go studio go find the producers, them, we go studio go find the rhythm, them, we hunt down the rhythm, them, we get on the rhythm, them. When you're talking about management supposed to get you up on some project. Management supposed to hunt and not try to get you without some collaboration without some foreign artists.
Word.
You understand me, I say? So when you meet upon them type of managers, then the managers that will put in the work, sort of the Spotify thing. Nowadays it's
True.
different.
True.
Manager if you have the work, I get your Spotify playlisted.
True.
Manager if you have the work, I get up on the digital platforms, and because you can't just put out music. So nowadays, and think it's just a 45 where man going to a store go buy, like one time,
True. Manager get the interviews too on the biggest platforms.
Managers that get your interviews on the big platforms.
Facts.
Like, look on Shensia. You think a little bit of work Shensia management them a put in?
Facts.
Forget upon them. Me personally, Me not think that she should have go on all of them platforms because me likes when artists get, them thing popping from the ground, from the grassroots, make them see it and want it. Me believe that. But people have different management style. You see what me I say? So maybe it work for them. I'm the old school, I'm going to work it away there. But some people, listen me. The brother named Richie, where him and Shaneil go at it. Me no know the 100% of everything we go on, but what me know over the years, interacting with my brethren, Frenchie and the youth, yeah, me know say that youth put in work. Me no know how, me still a whole says a misunderstanding with Shaneil, and it could have did fix, me don't know if it still can't fix, because what Shaneil do wrong. And what Shaneil have to understand, and she have to listen if she want to learn, and if she don't want to learn it up to she can always throw a tantrum out there, but trust me, you have to listen if you want to learn, sister. Putting out private information without promoter information and how much you get for sure and everything there, that's a bad precedent you set, sister.
True.
We don't even know that. Them things are supposed to work out with lawyers. Yeah, and your lawyer supposed to work out that if you're a lawyer, write to a man lawyer, or write to a person, hear back from the person, your lawyer know the procedure, how to get that done. The next thing you move to the justice system, forget justice. You can't come forward and put out certain information for certain promoter and certain people and all them things there and show how much money get for sure and everything that. And it negatively impact you too as an artist.
True.
Understand that,
True.
That will negatively impact you as an artist in many ways. Maybe you're a new manager now, or your manager where you're going to have if you still try to stay in the business now. Your manager go and get you maybe 30,000 a show, When your manager say you get 15,000 a show, and you detect 10,000 off, you go down there, so what you think I got? Them are going to use that against you. Or another artist that's seen Shaneil Muir, I get certain amount of money. Can me see you put up a thing on your page and I say, yo, she not even understand, say, what she had wrong.
True.
And nobody may not talk to her. When another artist were in the same maybe category like you, same league like you, are bigger than you, she say a promoter, I pay you $20,000, $15,000. You think say him can go to the artist there, but no say. Him have more hit song than you and give the artist 15,000. So you hit all the promoters them to sister.
True.
And that you have to understand, So you not take no talk. And you just want to do your thing. And maybe the people maybe you pray about it and Jesus will tell you that you do. Well, me that love all the reason with Jesus still.
Kase, whose money is being spent to do all this marketing?
Then most the artist money. The artist money. But you give a manager work for the fee and the manager now I go come to an agreement now and the manager go say to you, like Adrian said to me, say, Vegas, we need to spend $15,000 upon this or $10,000 upon this or $5,000 upon this. You understand me? I say, all right, send me a breakdown or give me a synopsis what it is now. When we get that now, we can decide say if we want to go in another direction. You see me? I say, but listen, artists want enough followers on internet and them something and the artists them want enough views and them want that kind of things, Nowadays, the manager them have to work hard to get some artists to make it look like all Justin Bieber comment under them posts, when I buy them thing they have to buy, So when all I want see Justin Bieber comment under some artists posts, some big artists are comment under some artists posts, them thing that nowadays for sale,
Wait, slow down that for me, little Mr. Vegas. What you said? Those things are for what?
Sale.
Okay, all right.
So you have some managers where we study them things and know them things. They think of the little back in the days manager we just call and get a little show up a person argue about 20%. Some managers don't forget 20%. Some artists wouldn't have 500 people on them page if I never some managers,
Word.
I understand that, Because we know this now. Enough of the artists them have 5 or 6 million people on them page and them can't sell 10,000 download.
Not even 3,000.
Exactly. So we understand the YouTube boosting. We understand. Listen, me can't make no wake up every day and say Mr. Vegas have 10 million people on YouTube and listen to something, But to me, it's a old school, more I know if my music are working, Because me can't bother with the spend bag of money and it's not a hit song because, it don't make no sense to me. Me gonna go broke.
Facts.
So the sister just have to know what she do. And personally, let me give some people me know say Richie work with the same brother with Shaneil and Richie go at it. or Shaneil go at it. The man they work is super duper that. Remember said, all right, Richie not true. People don't know who are Richie.
Give me one second, Mr. Vegas. Flavors World, you see if you go come under the comment section and disrespect nobody, brother, me I go just hide you from the channel.
Yeah,
Me
man.
allow you to get away
Yeah.
with, hold on now. Me allow you to get away with so much, brother. Don't cross the line. Don't do that. I don't deal with disrespect, whether it's me or other persons.
Facts,
Persons at the
nice.
panel at chat, me allow them to talk. Continue, Mr. Vegas.
Yeah, when I say the brother named Richie, first thing, people hear my talk when it's up there and I say I'm nervous and it's half spoken and everything there. Richie is a part of a super when them name dupes them, you know the Black Chinese them, you know. Them you they in the business for years now, and this is not just a throw no dirt on Shaneil and anything, but me I show you say me I tell you about experience. You see what me I say? So this could have worked out. Instead I'd still have go on for over 2 weeks now. This could have worked out because it's a person where me know say, me talk to him, me know people when know him good, and me know my youth, the Bobby Chin. That was a part of Black China. I'm a reason with Bobby Chin. This could have worked out. Listen me. Remember, say me see this the breakdown them, you know. So me not talk out of those. That's what me I say. Ignorance. Me see the breakdown them. And me can tell you this, virgin. It could have worked out. It never have to go so. We have to be very careful when we don't understand the business, and then we put things out there and destroy other people's reputation and destroy our own journey to our own career. We have to be very, very careful. And one thing we have to tell you, you see the new artists them nowadays, as I'm on a cheer for them, then spoil, then rotten. Trust me. Them spoil. Listen, me come like if you have nipple back up on the sitting I feed them in a man. Then spoil. Then have no roughness to them where you don't know say yo. Back in the days, you know say all certain artists know say yo. Go eat a food round the so you know I'm two man things so you think so I go make all a first class stop with some of them reach at the airport and us in a first class and go back in the yard, man. Me not say you go drive long, fly long distance and rare, but trust me. The artists nowadays, man, a eggshell, man, if you walk on with working in them, come work with young artists. A eggshell. Yeah, man, go ahead, Nats.
Yeah. I was probably did know. Me head they all over the place. Request today are a true cause me and do so much stuff at once. That is so funny. Big Papa. Big Papa still there?
All right. Sorry for
What I say now?
Yeah.
So Shaneil said, see? Shaneil said, tell the truth. She said, remember yesterday your inbox with Mr. Vegas and talk about private resolution and finding humor in it all. Leave me in peace. No, sister. And I leave in peace. You know, you have put out things where we address. We just have speak on it. Remember saying, Shaneil, whether you like it, yes or no, you know. You have to understand that the dancehall space is like where you have Guinness company, or you have like this is a company, you know, sister. This is like a company, and where you have to understand, say, if you come in at the industry, Shandy, if you come in at the industry, seeing, and you start make some promoters feel it, like, let me talk to you since you're there and your reason, like via text. Let me reason you so other artists can hear it. You see what you do, sister? You make it bad for enough of the artists, you know. In my opinion, you know. In more than one ways. And then you say if you leave in peace. If you did want to leave in peace, first thing you should have make just deal with this private. If you did want to leave in peace, that's the first thing. Once you put something out there, it becomes public domain. So everybody can address it. So this whole idea said leave me in peace. And so forth and so on. See? That is rubbish. But what we address, sister, is you putting out documents with other people, personal business. And what you again know? Yes, when you come out now and you say, boy, and you're not the only one guilty of this, you know. Enough time artists reach a certain point and they must say, yo, they want to cut left the business and they want to run left the business. But every time we do this, you know, sister, we have to remember, say, a promoter, they go in and hard earned money, whether whatever I do for money, a promoter go in and hard earned money and paid us. When we come and throw a tantrum and get stressed out and get this and hysterical and everything, that we're done with the business and we give up and we now do no more shoe and we are turned Christian and we are get baptized. Remember, say somebody going at them hard earned money. And when people now pay with X amount of money, and then the fans them, when the man expects they are going to show up now, when the man pay him advance, and pending shows are there, and the promoters then pay them advance, and pending shows are there, and we out there now I say, yo, we are going done with the business. You know what we are doing to the man the money?
Yeah, and Subi, let me just say this real quick, right?
Well, you know how much people would maybe did I go come at a show then now, but I risk them money if go buy the ticket to come at the show. So the promoter, you know, gonna lose the money, you know. And we not take that into consideration. We just selfishly want to come and say, hey, we under stress, we under pressure, somebody rob we and we are come out of the business and we can't about business and we are going to turn Christian. No for we turn Christian for some man advance, you know. True, we know so the man them can't see we, you know, so we, you know. Because when the man say act of God. So we have to think about, sister, you have to think about the promoters, them, sister. Think about the promoters, them, where we're going at them pocket and send you the advance, sister. So when you know come and you're not alone. When you come and throw a tantrum now on the internet and say you're done with the business and them something there. It is this whether we want to be people will say, oh, we not no unity, we disorganized, but at the end of the day, this is an industry. And when 5 promoters get burned, it make it bad for the next artist when we book. It make it bad for the next festival we are going to keep or the next show we are going to keep. So if the man they get burned and lose 30, 40,000 or 50,000, because remember saying, you know, you can't say you quit a man show, you're not going to do a man show in October when a man show keep in a 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time or 1 month time, you know, money done spend already. You better you just know see your work after you show them and just stop all bookings before you come make your announcement and say, yo, yeah, go about your business in Jesus' name. Think about the people them we are going at them hard earned money to make we eat. Think about the fans them we already buy some tickets out of them hard earned money to come see us. We can't be selfish out here and because we get a little, you know, nudge or we get a little whatever we call it or we get a calling. We just turn our back on everybody we put in them hard work. And then we come and say, leave me in peace and leave me, let me live, leave me, let me this. And people say, come out of people business and this and that. At the end of the day, this is an industry. Me is a performer. Business Signal is a performer. Being the man is a performer. In this industry, when we make a promoter lose the money, when we disrespect a promoter, hard-earned hustling, that man can't book a Beanie or a Busy or a Vegas again. The man they could have to go start all over again. Give the man of them one money and decide to turn the money there. And because you're a trend, he decide to take a chance for you. Let's not be selfish, brethren. Make we work out. If you have a problem with your manager, you have lawyers to deal with that behind the scene. Don't support this argument about our people business. This is an industry. And we are industry players. We have to talk up and talk when we see things are going wrong. What Shaneil is doing is wrong. It's not as a people business. It's our business. We make up that industry here.
Kim will say to you, Mr. Vegas, you should be mindful of your words. Constantly telling her that she's scared a tantrum can come across as you belittling her stance.
Yeah, break up, sister.
Me hear one popping sound from your end. Me not sure if I hear end. It seems as if I'm from your end. You hear me? I mute. Yeah, from your end because the popping sound stop. But she's saying that you should be mindful of your words, constantly telling her that she's throwing a tantrum can come across as you belittling her stance.
All right. Nuts, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, what I have to say is this, right? And Mr. Vegas and Macadam are one of the few dancehall artists who came out and and empathize with Shaneil Muir, right? So I think Shaneil Muir should also acknowledge the bitter with the sweet, because when those artists came out, they empathized with her, they understood. My position is, irrespective of what we say here, it is still going to resort to a legal matter. You get what I'm saying? What we are saying is that she just needs to handle the matter in a legal space. Nothing is wrong with her coming out and speaking in the social media spectrum. Nothing is wrong with that. But at the end of the day, it is still a legal matter that needs to be addressed, based on the legal norms and the legal practices. So what I'm saying to Shaneil is that, yeah, you can't say Mr. Vegas this and Mr. Vegas that, but let's not forget, Mr. Vegas and Macadam were the only two dancehall artists who came out and empathized with you when you came forward. Yeah,
Publicly.
yes, that's what
Right.
we are saying. That's what we are saying. Because
privately.
yeah, but we are talking about what we see. I'm talking about what I see. I'm talking about these are the two artists that came out and empathized with her when she expressed her situation, and we all empathize with her as well. So she must take the bitter with the sweet. You get what I say?
Big Papa, you have anything to add to this? Big Papa gone?
No, for me, I think if you're gonna deal with it legally, these are for the social media something, and just know you have the talent, you're well talented. You remind me of a Tanya Stevens, and you're well talented.
More feedback. Me mute Mr. Vegas. Me hear one feed. Me don't know why. Yeah,
Make him
me not
jump off
sure.
and jump on.
No, he just did. But me I wonder if I earplugs him I use, because sometimes that give back a
She have the talent. She can bounce back from whatever setback she facing now.
One thing me observe out of all of this.
yeah, me I hear you better now, Mr. Vegas. Rick, finish the way I say, and then Mr. Vegas
Yeah,
can go on.
one thing me observe, and me say it already, and I'll say it again. Shaneil Muir have to know, say, if she goes a boom and put something on the internet, it not just automatically go fear away. People are going to just assess it, and if same like how she put it out and say what she say, if the manager decides to forward and say what he must say, people are going to listen it and them are going to scrutinize it, and if one makes sense more one, I just say it.
True.
So she have to just know that. And I'm not dictatorship thing where I want to know, say, yo, anything me say, I just that go on. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody else. It not going to work up on the internet. So if you're not prepared for that, you have to go just, stay silent and bring your thing behind the screen. But you just know, say, if you put it out on the internet, I just say it.
Persons are going to scrutinize it, and may agree with that.
Yeah. And sometimes people put even truth on the internet with plain. And a man just not like you and decide, say, yo, he might go around where you say. So you have to just know, say, yo, whenever you do where you do, if you don't have the attitude the way you say, when you put out when I put out, my name give a F when nobody wants it. It all rough. And based on Shaneil come like you scrutinize every little comment and them things that way now go for your way. And as you say, yo, you have to just know, say, if you can't handle this scheme on internet, just deal with it private. I don't have to.
Yeah, and Rick, we can all agree as well, and even Shaneil Muir can agree that this arrangement with the manager was not handled properly. You get what I say? The fact that there's no written contract and whatever, that's water under the bridge.
I'm not hearing anything.
You're not hearing us.
Yeah, hear Subi?
You look like him not hear, but we are hearing.
Yeah, right here. What I'm saying is that even Shaneil Muir can admit that the way this situation was handled, the fact that there is no written contract, both parties drop the ball. So at the end of the day, try and just resolve it. If you want to fire the man and move on, that's fine. You get me? I say, but just deal with it in an amicable way. At the end of the day, as me say, social media court of public opinion cannot fix it. So just deal with it. You get me? I say close out the chapter here and move on.
As a vlogger, if Shaneil come out and talk more and whatever, is a topic that, but me not advise her to come do it because as I said, everybody just want a story if you know say yo, this is my morning breakfast or this is my dinner for the evening. Who or out there next and make a fool of themselves. I saw internet work. You know? So
Hold on there. Go mute. Go on, Churik.
no, me just I say when you put out something on the internet, you can't know who I sympathize with you genuinely or who just take you for fool. Just know say, oh, this is my latest entertainment. Go on, Shaneil Muir thought the things over there. They could go over there, go pitch with 10 and you know? Yeah, I said go. I just
Word
say,
up. Word.
Me a vlogger. So, somebody say something, is a topic that. But me would have just advise her, I say, well, deal with your thing privately. Because if you go out here, just based on observing how she did it. Because as me say, she would have seems as if she, passionate about everything where everybody says. If it me that get the attitude from her where she put out her something and she say what she say and she don't respond when nobody else wants to say, then that would be a different case. But Shaneil Muir seems as if she does say, yo, she has say what she has say and she know you're nothing from no opposition. So and it just not gonna work, so you see.
Yeah, Rick, as me I say still, as Shaneil Muir says still, she can always check in with Nats so we can hear her side again. You get what me I say? It will be good, so.
Hold on there. Mr. Vegas, you hearing us now?
Yeah, man, I hear.
All right.
Yeah, man. So as me say, I say thing there. But Shaneil would have said she accept it, she not bothered by the internet. But one little thing would have make it me have a question thing there because the fact that when I see you come out and I say Mr. Vegas we sure this and sure that it kind of show me a different vibe because when me listen the interview with Mr. Vegas, him never speak for nothing outside of where it said, neither the manager. So the fact that you want to see something whenever reveal out there, that would show me say you care what people are say. And me say, if you actually care what people are say on the internet, it don't make sense to put your business out there because not everybody not agree with you. All when you right for my time. Enough time I see man put the truth out there and a man just know say, yo, I hope his opposition I choose me say, I'm in a business where that man I say. So I just saw me see it still. You see it.
What we have to understand? Everybody have this this way of a counter argument by saying, "Oh, I know your business. Oh, leave people business alone and all them things there." Come on. If I saw on the counter argument, Virgin, then it just shows that we're not really there yet. We're not really reached there yet, so we can reason as people.
But
Understand me, I say?
Mr. Vegas,
Yeah.
just to interject a little bit, the perspective where you give, me never look on it that way there, Mr. Man look far and wide, Said what she did will burn promoter, and when you burn promoter, an industry, so each one help one. So you have a bad taste now about artists from a promoter standpoint. You have friends that promote show.
Hold on a big papa. Give me another little talk. Shaneil, that's say everybody entitled to their own opinion. But in this case, I don't think this is an opinionated thing.
Right. This is not opinion. You're right, Rick. This is not an opinion.
Yeah, this is not just everybody I say what they want to say. You see, this is I thought where is an artist and a manager go at it and we don't want to know who right and waiting how things can pacify going forward, you see.
And how it cannot hurt the industry. People have talk up for them industry. People talk up for when you're working in an organization or industry or an institution. When something is going wrong with your institution and they go put a placard and tell this and so no one raise and all kind of things. When something is happening in dancehall and the whole we stay silent and play hypocrite and the whole we know the truth and the whole we know what is really happening and stay silent. That is the reason why dancehall is the way it is and we have nobody is being held accountable in dancehall. You cannot. And people are talking, out of just at ear.
So,
Sometimes we have to tell the people them the truth when it comes down to you hurting an industry that feeds so many people. Stop being selfish. Putting out promoter business out there, how much promoter pay you.
Mr.
That
Gav,
lie, you have to deal with that. Because right now, let me ask you a question. Let me talk about me. When Shaneil Muir put up on her page and me see some promoter pay her them money, do you think so the promoter they can't come give me no money less than that?
no, because I look and say, well, my catalog set
All if Shaneil, Shaneil hot girl a trend all the number one, me no business. Because me know say me work hard for 20 odd years in this. I think a promoter can write. None of them promoter that we see on our list where she put out. That's why I think before you do things, sister and brothers. Think before we do
other
things.
artists might have pre that same way they do and I say, oh, so them money usually pay me this a fool and take me for. You know?
Let me not see promoter on our list, brethren. And me already call Adrian and say, Adrian.
Big things.
All right, the wickedest thing, let me tell you this, brethren. Because I don't know some is a straight up you. Me no business what people want chat say. Adrian, I book a tour for me and when me see some, me say, Adrian, nothing under such and such, brother. What? You must see man missing big iron blessed, big broke it down, big artwork. Then could have hold like ancient days. Because me know me go there, people are going to sing them and people are going to enjoy themselves and people are going to run up and down and me are going to give my 100% on the stage and one bag of sit me and I jump with my big man self. I want to know. You mad? Me never know. Yeah, listen me. Me never know so much money promote a patient. Thank you for telling me.
So Talati, I say, yo, your price based on your demands, King will get more than Mr. Vegas. But brother, leave that to with imagination. Because
brother, me is a realistic youth. Me is a realistic youth. Me know say when I'm a promoter book Skeng right now. I'm Skeng them fee are gonna be up there because me see Skeng them I sell out the venues, them I see Skeng them I perform, I see them. But listen me man, come on, me could talk sense man. Stop talk like we not no sense, brethren. And the people must say me as a share through tantrum. When I understand tantrum is just mean it's just a fit of rage. So it don't mean say she not through a fit of rage. You know just when you hear tantrum I just feel like say like when you hear somebody say you're too ignorant to the things you do, so you know, come on, man. There's a tantrum, she showing a tantrum. A tantrum is basically an outburst. For the bright people in the chat, we have a problem with the word tantrum. Let me change it to outburst.
Yeah. So Gavin is saying that artist manager is more important than the artist to the industry. Brother, both of them important, brother. You know, both of them important. And I like is a thing that is a artist and somebody who carry artist.
The manager can
It's a
be
matter of
important than the
reciprocity.
artist.
It's
The
a manner
artist and
of
the product.
reciprocity. It's a manner of reciprocity. Shaneil can't manage herself. Obviously, this is the reason why she went and got herself a manager. Me can't manage myself. Artists, it's difficult for some artists do it, but it's difficult for you to manage yourself. Because trust me, especially in this era where we have a digital era, when you're releasing a song, it's not just to go put it up on your YouTube or go put it up on Facebook because it's billions of songs that come out for the year. So when your little song come out, it just come like not even a drop yet, that thing so when it splash. So you need manager for market you. You need manager to get you in the right playlist them. You need manager to be up at night trying to get you on shows, trying to put you on the right shows, trying to make certain say people are seeing you, make certain say them put you when you go a stage show, a simple thing as this, when you go stage show, your manager of a dead or your manager, your road manager, whoever has to be there to make sure that them place you even the right place on the show. So your manager have to correspond with even the road manager and I say, what time them ever go on? No. She can't go on the time then. No, you mad? She can't work after such and such. Or she can work after such and such. You know much artists career dead on road because them go work after some artists are go working before their morning, them career dead before it starts. So now understand these things, don't talk about manager and this nonsense about manager is important and who she work for. First thing, get this nonsense out of the way. And I was going to address it this morning from Instagram, but you may soon live now when I talk about it. Right? Gonna need to get this ignorance out of the way. But people say collect money and send back go give manager. And that way you can file your taxes properly. It's rubbish. 25 years may I do this for. And I've never had any problem with the IRS. See?
And them the problem that you don't have, you know.
And the IRS, them I know idiot because say you get 100% when a 70% you get. And if you want to pay somebody, or you want to pay people, or you want to make a payroll, so you can whatever you want to do, you can write off some things, or you can whatever you want to do. Because we understand that too. Make we know say we don't want to write off some things and we want to show expenses, so we can write off some things. Because when we don't come and talk how much money we not get, IRS check up on you. You see what I say? So we can't go now in an IRS meeting now with the IRS agent and go talk nothing now because when you put it out there on the internet, how much money we not collect.
Facts.
Right? So when you go, when you want to put people on a payroll, so we can write up, so we can write off some things and we can blah 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 blah. The people that want to understand this music industry, but send 100% come get the artists and all of these things. It's rubbish, it's nonsense. No manager is gonna be all the way in another country, in England. The manager in England. In this case, the manager is in England. This man I get up and I work. When this man I work, you asleep. So this man put in all of the hard work and then him collect the money come to him account and then him send the whole of the money come give you, if he send back fee money go give him.
No, and a two different tax system that we are dealing.
And you want this manager here not even have a written contract when can take it and go sue you. You and him work up and good God people. Top down like we no sense people. If a man decide to put in all of this work here, and the man asks you to sign to him, them rear. No shaking is intended. Them type of people that you can't find. A man may decide to go put in, and people say me attack like me and the man a friend. No, me attack from a business mind. Me attack from a sensical point of view.
Kasha asks a good question, you know. Kasha asks, what is the real issue? Because me not think me understand what really are going up.
No, nobody can understand what is the issue.
Yeah.
The only thing people are just making assumptions when the artist is not putting out anything for us to see. Oh, this is a problem. Because remember when we first hear to know, remember some deal with managers already were try them thing the way she did I say, you know. People will on our money I want to pay she like a salary. That is not the case because me see the thing them. Me not talk about the ignorance people. Me see the thing them. And me I do this for 25 years and me can tell you straight up. This could have fixed Rick.
Yeah, that may I say. But
me.
She said, the thing
I
is,
tell you, brother.
The first thing I asked her when she entered the chat, I asked her if there is more to it, and she said, yes, there is more. So, I don't know to the extent of how far.
Everything that Shaneil is going to put out, she's just going to make herself look more and more.
Yeah, and that made her advise her, yo, keep it private, you know?
And she's going to put her, let me tell you what is going to happen. She's going to set herself up for some form of legal issue. All right? That is what's going to happen. I don't know who advising her. Who advising your sister if you're still here listening. But you need to listen. Take me foolish, stupid advice. Just take me fool advice. Right? Me not there to bash you. But me see enough. As a man in the business 25 years, Shaneil. Me in the business at 25 years. Me don't know who I advise your sister. Just listen to me, fool Vegas. Just listen to me. If you never listen to nobody else in your life, listen to me for this one moment. Stop put out things on the internet where you can come back, come cause you legal problems.
Yeah, and she know that too, you know.
Yeah.
She know that too.
Know that too. As she still doing it. I'm talk to her after the year. Mr. Sister, make we try fix this privately. I'm willing to link with she and Rich if he fix it.
Yeah, deal with
it privately. If it gone too bad now, if it gone too far now, but this never did for reach here. So where the promoter them business come out now in the public. And anybody thinks that is foolishness, me attack. Say, we don't need to get on the head check.
That's confidential information.
Of Shaneil, I'm not trying to put on Shaneil. This is correcting.
And a good thing Shaneil there, so she here and I was like nobody
These
there.
are not so go behind people back go talk and go around so go gossip.
Yeah,
Me
me just want to say something real quick.
talk.
Me just want to say this real quick, Rick and Mr. Vegas. You see, the one when you humble one, yeah, you can't discourage Shaneil, say, she not supposed to do over here, so. Because you go on like say that's we not valuable. I want to your family, respect people and we respect them, man. We respect Shaneil Muir. You understand me? I say, and end of the day, we give thanks to she over here, so, and she a reason and she a engage because nobody no more than nobody. Don't get it twisted, family. I talk about say Shaneil Muir follow Beyonce and Rihanna. What, them more than nobody else? Are the fans that make them who them is? And are the fans that make Shaneil Muir who she is?
But Imhotep, you give light to ignorant statements.
No, me have to call it out because some of them
No,
feel
but
like
you
say
know,
the artist
highlight
more
it,
bigger
just
than
make
the
it clear,
people
man.
them.
That don't
All
make
right,
sense.
all right. Yo, leave any other people.
Yeah, you know.
You see, women not understand it. Women not understand it. We as a people, you know. Me there, I tell you no say because when I say bias, what have you seen from this situation for you to say I'm being biased? You have
Exactly.
seen nothing
Because
from this situation for you to even say the word bias.
because
If you
all
think,
yeah, got you.
you think say me bias, fear tell a sister say, don't put the promoter them business out there. You need your head check and you're a dunce. To where we are talking about yes, sir. If you think say me bias, fear say managers they have to work very hard these days, harder than our managers them used to work. You think that bias? You want your head checked.
Yeah.
What we are saying is this can fix by lawyers or fixed off the ear. No promoter money where my pay artists not supposed to out then at the public domain, brethren. We're not
So-
chat about.
Yeah, boy, some of them comment and make me have to wonder about some of them people. So Gavin,
And them little illiterate people that full up the internet and gas up people like Shaneil now and make she feel like she's doing the right thing. True, them want more for gossip about.
True.
Them want to keep the gossip alive and don't know say this can cause her some form of legal situation.
you know, and at the end of the day, if that happen, them can help her. And John man just see the his story.
Well, Rick, hear me I say, right? If the man sue Shaneil Muir tomorrow, every blogger run with it. So if you know that too, no make them gas her up.
Hold on. So here's Shaneil say. Shaneil say, why me never contact she and my client? So she has said, no, he's a liar, basically. Right.
She's been sarcastic still, which is irrelevant. What I say is that.
All right. Hold on. Let me tell you the problem we have with Shaneil. Shaneil didn't want to speak for your side and never want to hear Richie's side.
Exactly. And that me I tell her I said that because done business that.
If I decided to share my platform with Richie, fi say yo, speak because the accusation them are very troubling. Right? So why is it a problem now? No, sister, I've sent you messages and you come tell them, so me send you a private message and me come tell them. So for sure you say, me not have a horse in the race. When me I tell you say, me and you and the person fix the thing privately, you are tell me now on this chat here now. If you do what me I tell you, if you make we do.
Facts.
You come now in a member say no. She has say, me and her talk privately. And she has to say no, say. Why me never do that? And me I tell her from no, Shaneil, listen me now, your body, man. Yo,
yeah, but hear me I say, the same people them where cheer her on, we say, go on do your thing, and the same flaggers them are gonna run with it, say, oh, Shaneil will get sued, our career done, blah,
No,
blah,
but
blah.
I tell her from a blogger perspective, and not can tell her the same thing too. So if not unfortunate, we just have a vlog about it, but I just tell her from now, say, oh my God, you see me? Keep your thing private.
A real Mets man.
Yeah, simple.
all right. See another idiot, you know. Another idiot. Just leave Shaneil alone and that's it. That's not nobody business. You can't be
No, but you can't hold on there. But you can't say that because remember at the end of the day, Shaneil made it public.
No, but that's not even that alone. She's there with we. Attack we know.
No, right.
So
why
I'm
would
gonna
you say
tell
that?
we
That's
say,
not
me
fair.
leave Shaneil business alone. And she they are reason with me.
If we
Shani,
that
the
talk something,
comment section, the only reason why she might not have been on the platform are because, as she said, she depend on a flight.
yeah,
So
And
why
the
would
legal
you leave it
ramification.
and
I
we and her at
honestly,
all?
if
I wouldn't
if
want to
we
say upon either. I wouldn't want to say
alright,
upon. Me not
if
even want Shani talk no more. I don't know understanding us. Me want Shani to either, if she going to church, go on to church. Because the little money where you make already, you can lose it in a legal fees. Take me foolish advice, sister. Because me telling your sister, so me see enough. Me see enough. People that tell me I take side. Me not take no side. Me see enough. And then that me I telling her, man. And she knows me see enough too.
this a man
You
I
think
said,
Shaneil a
Mr.
idiot? Shaneil a dunce?
I put the
Shaneil knows that me see enough. He knows that there is nothing there for her to be throwing tantrum. Me see enough. If unless, all right, let me make a disclaimer. Unless there's other things that she have when me not see.
yeah,
So
because
me
she said
leave a little room there for the 5% there.
she said there is other things. Cause that I first thing me asked her when she joined the chat, you know. Cause me I say if I this alone we are see her, so this can cause all of that. So me asked her if there is other things, and she said yes, there is other things. So me say okay then. If that are the case, that are the case. But if we have a reason for pretend to we, it just add up with what we really are going. So all now, should we there, we don't know what this is all about. Nobody can. All of the man when I chat, I said this and I said that. Me need them to tell me what we there argue about.
No, me not understand. That's why me keep quiet. Cause me no want next thing to
Well,
start talk foolishness.
what me have to
Cause
say
me
is,
not understand what it's about. So
when me
therefore,
have,
me just
yeah,
a listen right now.
what me have to say is this, right? Shaneil Muir, deal with the thing is a legal matter. Deal with it privately because the same people them where I gas you up, and them same man I go vlog about you and say, oh, your career done because people sue you for damages and libel and whatever. So be tactical and be wise. Deal with it
Yeah.
privately. No matter what we say or no matter what nobody else say, social media can't fix the matter. So deal with it privately. That's all we are saying.
Hear me I say. Just a little side note. Shaneil, we love you. Don't leave dancehall. That's it. Yeah, man. That person sing song said we. You never did that sing garbage from morning anyway. You see what I say? So you don't have much adjustment. So angle your thing. But as me say, you are gonna get feedback once you put out your thing on the internet. You know, people are gonna scrutinize it and scrutinize other parts, and you are gonna just have people who does not agree with nobody. So I just say thing go. So that's all me have to say still. So just start it out the best way you can. That's it. So I there's some my thing there. So big up on yourself.
Yeah, and right here, so me I conclude. You know, me gone over the time. You know, me not normally go over 2 hours, but because you don't know reason I go on and people are trying in, put in for them 2 cents. Bless up to everybody where put an gave an input even in the comment section, and people remember me always ask you, no matter on a belief, keep it respectful in our comment section. I post somebody from the channel this evening, and it is as a result of constant disrespect, and I don't know some not take lightly to disrespect, brother.
Not. But Shaneil Muir is here. If what we da say was so offensive, why should I say, yo, them people are idiot?
Exactly. You
Facts,
can't always see why people feel like say in order to get them voice across, them have to be disrespectful. Me not understand that. You don't have to be disrespectful. You say what you have to say.
It's right, that's all.
Well,
And at the end of the day, I need you, I need you as much as how if me not out here, the live will not go on, even though none of my find other places to go. Me I get one feedback from Mr. Vegas. But me I say, brother, you must can be respectful. You know me have low tolerance for disrespect. Me no disrespect people, and me no expect people to disrespect me, the persons in the panel, or even the persons in the chat.
That's all one.
all right. Well, that's let me just say this really quick before me go. Shaneil Muir have your link, so I would love to hear her side of the story. She has a platform right? You have given her a platform, so she can come forward and say for her 2 cents too, you know.
That
But we
that's
want to see her do well. We want to see her do well. You get me? I say we want to see the best with her. Whatever decision she make, we want to see her do well. And the platform is there, you know. She can come forward and say her 2 cents too. So
yeah.
I'm out. You know, big up on yourself. Give thanks. You know, me there.
And
Yeah,
and
man,
Shaneil Muir
blessings about it.
and Shaneil Muir fans, the next she have a couple more shows we do. So make sure to cheer her and make sure don't leave dancehall. You see. So that. Yeah,
Mr. Vegas?
Yeah, may I get a feedback? Can I get a feedback?
No, me not get no feedback. No.
Yeah.
All right, let me mute and make you talk.
May I get a feedback? Can I get a feedback?
No, me not get no feedback. No.
Check. Yeah.
All right, let me mute and make you talk.
Well, let me come out and come back in.
but for him phone a kick back hard.
Me don't know what the reason.
Shaneil say right questions were not asked. The thing is,
Boy, Shaneil, without all right, let me make it as clear as me can.
yeah.
You gonna always say the right questions weren't asked. Maybe the only way to get the question asked if you ask them yourself. Or
Yeah.
me don't know. You understand?
The next thing is we have to work off of what we hear in the public. We can't go and speculate other things outside.
Yeah, we have to work off of what we
Yeah,
have.
and that not gonna look good for not platform either or nobody.
Right. We can't speculate.
Yeah, me not side with nobody and speculate nothing about Shaneil or the
Right. I mean, not take no freaking side. Me just want to know, say, at the end of the day, this thing is resolved and everybody move on with them lives.
Let me show you
That's
something.
all, you know.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something. You know, for years, right? I've been fighting for artists because enough of them people them come on themselves this and them say that about Vegas and all them things. You know. I advocate for a lot of things in the industry. You know. I advocate for years some managers and booking agents, yeah, to stop taking money off the top when artists tour, right? Or when artists get an all-in budget. An all-in budget is basically when the promoter give the manager or whosoever dealing with the artist career a certain amount of money. So let's say you go do a show and the money and the booking agent, the promoter said, me no want to deal with all of the ins and outs. Me no want to deal with the flights and all them things. So the promoter sent $50,000. Out of that 50,000 are there, you know, flights, hotels, and transportation, you know, must come out of that money. You know what some manager been doing for years? They be taking the money that off at the top. So when them take them 20% off of the $50,000, seeing sometimes they go with more than even the artist after expense. I've done investigation in this situation and I realize, say, yo, the man I do something where me I advocate for. With him artist, me question him on that. Me say, yo, this I do. The man show me. So me say, wait, hold on this. This can fix, man, because it's a good situation. This and that's why me I try to fix it from day one. You know. Me come to boom again and me look, me check the contact them. Me look who this person here link with. Me say, no man, this can fix, you know. Me could try to fix it before it get too far and can't fix back. Because that person have certain links. When we know say that benefit Shaneil, if we can iron out the discrepancies and we can, you understand what I say? So when Don said people are talking about say come like a something we want to go over there, go get something over there, whatever. Listen me. Me quite comfortable with my agent, you know, Adrian, you know, is an honest youth and me I work with him for over 10 years. Me quite comfortable. But me can tell you say, when sometimes we as artists get in a situation, a good situation, we have to just try and make it work. If there's something we're not comfortable with, we could try sit down at the table and talk it over and see how we can fix it. Because enough of time we jump out of the frying pan and jump in a fire. This situation about putting out promoters information out there, how much them paying your Shaneil, that can come back and hurt other artists and hurt even you. Because those promoters are going to be afraid to even work with you again because you put them business out there. Understand what we are saying? Now listen to the dons them. We not do this for what them things that we are trying to look clout after you. Because this can't help you what you are doing. You know? I can guarantee you that in a system. I do this for years and see them come and see them go. I see artists rise and I see artists fall. I see the most arrogant artists them both here. Broke and have nothing for sure. Broke. Some of the biggest name artists them. Me say not artist. Artist. Appear rent boy. Remember me telling you that, brethren. Me always try and fix things, brethren. Me always try and say, all right, so that's the problem. So if it can't work no more, we just move on and we move on in peace. Because when you go out and put stain on a person's name and then come back now, and nothing never did go so where you did that thing, it's going to hurt you, it's going to hurt that person there, and it's going to hurt the industry and our world. And that we are saying, you know. We not say nothing more than that, you know. And we have to talk upon this because this is an industry problem. The idiot them we are going like say what you are do is not an industry thing. They go on at them 9 to 5 go fix over there with the boss pay them under payment or inequality payment. Go over there so go fix phone union and go over there so go fix phone salary we not get. We are trying to fix over here so because we can't make promoters get thrown out the inner the chaos we are going. That a me a speak up for the industry. All who want to stay silent can stay silent. But me as a man we always work and always depend on the road. So we don't want to come across this promoter here and because somebody rub him wrong, him treat we as artists bad. That is it. So stop the foolishness where we are going with and stop do things and not think, Shaneil. Whosoever advise you, run them way. Me can tell you that, sister. Me are one of the young, me are one of the artists them in this industry. Well, listen. Well, listen to the elders them. Me listen to Donovan Jermaine. You see what me I say? Me listen to the elders them. Me listen to the Mikey Bennett them. Of the dancehall world. Them people they no guide you wrong. So if me I talk to you as a brother now, and me I talk to you privately and you still do things, brethren, me have to come publicly now, come chastise you and make you know, say, what you do, I go hurt the industry. Because we love you. And you know why I hear that we love you. You're a nice sister, nice clean sister, put out nice good music. Yes, what I say, we love you. But we have to correct you. If you do it publicly, we have to correct you publicly. If you don't want to do it privately, and you don't want to come to the table, make you try to fix things, then go and do it your way, but you're going to get called out. Simple as that, sister.
You finished, Sir Vegas?
Yeah, man.
All right. So on that note, me I go close off. You have anything for add, Rick?
No, just basically that, you know, just want to just see things start out, you know, and as me say, you know, basically just that, man, just want to see things start out. And me don't want to see this excitement on the media and again idea people look like fools. So we entertainment out here because that's all it, you know.
Yeah,
So,
for real.
yeah.
Blessings to everybody for pass through. Big up yourself, Mr. Vegas, Rick.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Imhotep, Apostle James, everybody who did a part of the panel, big up on yourself. Thanks for the contribution. Persons in the comment section, big up on yourself just the same. Thanks much for contributing. Remember to like the video before you leave and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. You don't know, more live to come. So big up on yourself until then. Blessings.